Hello, I'm excited to start AIT's monthly virtual class. I am just setting up Instagram. Okay. Okay, I think we're live. Hello, Instagram. My name is Hazel Dodson, and this is my first live video. So hopefully it's all going well. So today I just wanted to welcome you to AIT's monthly virtual class. I have been involved with AIT for several years now. I started working with Kate. We hosted some workshops together. I attended the American Contemporary Skating Festival in Boston, and I'm also a graduate of MCT, Master Choreography Techniques class. I have been involved in theatrical skating locally in the Detroit area. I am the new director of AIT Detroit Satellite Hub. So hello, and I welcome everyone in our area to come out and join our workshop. What else? Yeah, so anyway, today's class is about back to the basics. So when I first got involved or learned about contemporary skating, I didn't really know what it was, and it was a little bit nerve-wracking getting started, I guess. So I wanted to take the guesswork out of it, and I wanted to give you a introduction to what it's all about, and hopefully encourage you to explore and learn and grow in your skating and your movement. So some of the things that we're going to be covering today in class is what is contemporary dance, how to start, what music to use. AIT uses a warm-up exercise called 6 Ways of the Spine, which is amazing. So we'll go through that together. How do you move your body? How you can find freedom through improv, and how to contemporary skate on ice. So it might seem overwhelming, but we'll go through it one step at a time, and hopefully you'll feel good when this class is done. So the first thing when people think about or ask, well, what is it you do? Like, what is AIT? What is contemporary skating? We don't really understand it. So contemporary dance, it's a blend of many different dances. So back in history, we had ballet. It was very strict and regimented. You had tap and jazz. So contemporary dance is a blend of many different styles of dance. And I guess modern was the first introduction to breaking the rules. Dancers wanted to find freedom in their movement, and modern dance was born. And contemporary dance is kind of a spin-off of that. It goes hand in hand with modern dance. So if you can think of it in those terms, you'll kind of get the idea. A dancer's movement is it's mostly based on their interpretation of the music. So oftentimes people say, well, how do I get started? Like, how do I do contemporary dance? Well, first of all, you have to keep in mind that there is no right or wrong way to do it. It's basically, you're supposed to, it's expressing how you feel when you've listened to a certain song or a piece of music. So how do you feel when a song is playing, and how do you want your audience to feel that's watching you? That is where your movement comes from. It's feeling-based movement. What music should you use? It's really good if you pick something that has a clear melody, something that you feel comfortable moving to. But you also want to choose songs that ignite your imagination and pulls or evokes your feelings from you. So those are going to be your best song choices because you're going to allow the music to move your body, and it'll be a lot easier to move through that. When you're doing contemporary dance, you want to make sure that you always warm up and cool down, and we will do that together. And ensure that everything is warmed up. Like, you don't want to just do jumping jacks. Okay, I'm ready to go. You want to think about your joints, your wrists, your elbows, your shoulders, your spine, your hips, your knees, your ankles. You get it, right? Your neck. You want to move up your entire, warm up your entire body. AIT does 6 ways of the spine. If you think about your spinal cord from top to bottom, there's many different ways that you can warm it up, and we're going to go through that. And then we're going to do some improv, some guided improv exercises to help you learn how to move your movement, how to move your body in different ways that you may not have tried before. So, all right, I'm excited to be here. I hope you are too. Let's get started with a warm up. Okay, so we're going to start by doing some jumping jacks. I just want you to get your body loose. Okay, we'll do about 10. And remember, when you're doing this, there is no right or wrong way. Okay, you just want to make sure that your body is warmed up. Okay, loosey-goosey. I like to start by rolling my ankles. Okay, and then I work my way up and I roll my knees. I go in and out, side to side. Okay, and let it go through to the hips. Okay, I like to draw circles. You can also do figure eights. Okay. There you go. And I'm going to do my shoulders, loosen those up. Make sure you've got some space to move. When you're doing contemporary style movements, you don't want to have tables or chairs in the way. You don't want to hit anything and injure yourself. Elbows, okay, my wrists, fingers, my neck. Okay, so we're starting to get up there. We're going to move a little bit faster pace today because we only have 45 minutes. So let's start with 6 ways of the spine. We're going to start with a forward fold, and we're going to take our spine and we're going to roll it down. Okay, pull your hips up, roll the spine, and come up. Roll it again. This is a forward fold. You should feel your vertebrae separate. Okay, you can pull your chin down. Okay, roll one more time. Now we're going to do an upper back extension or a back arch. I'm going to go from here and try to push this part of my back up. Look up. Release. Release. You guys are doing well. Don't forget to breathe when you're doing these exercises. Next, we're going to take our spine and we're going to go to the side. This is a side bend. Okay? This is something you've probably done in gym class. It's very common. Keep the neck stretched out. Go to the other side. So now we've moved our spine already in 4 directions. Okay? We did forwards. We did backwards. Now we're doing side to side. Good. Now we can also twist our spine. So we're going to take our shoulders and our hips. We're going to put our shoulders front to back and keep our hips stationary. So you're just moving the shoulders. You can also add an upper back extension to that if you would like. or you can just keep it simple. Hips stay stationary, only the shoulders move. Okay, this is a twist. So this is position number 5 by 6 ways of the spine. And this is number 6. Good. All right, shake it off. How you guys feeling? Pretty good? Okay, so how to move your body. So keep in mind, there is no right or wrong way to move, okay? It comes from you, it comes from within. So always keep that in mind and be okay with it. One of the most important things that you have to remember when you're starting something new, or if you're doing something that you're not sure about, it's okay to give yourself permission to try. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to know what you're doing. You can kind of guess your way through and eventually you'll figure it out. So just give yourself the permission to explore today and let your body move the way it wants to move, okay? Okay, so I'm going to give you some verbal cues to get you started. So let's think about moving our body in different shapes. So for example, we can have linear, okay, circular, triangle, box, non-basic, maybe it's a squiggly line. So you can do shapes, okay? So let's start with that. So another way is you want to start small. So if I want to do a shape, maybe I just want to take 2 fingers and I just want to draw lines. Maybe I want to go like this. Maybe I want to turn them this way. Maybe I want to draw a box. Maybe I want to do a diagonal. Maybe I'm only moving my fingers. Okay, so I'm starting small. What if I want to incorporate my hands and I just want to draw lines with those hands? Okay, so say I want to do my fingers, my hands, and my entire arm. So now I'm using my whole arm to make shapes, linear shapes. Now I'm doing a box. This bow comes to mind when I when I think of doing this. Okay. Now, what about if I want to draw shapes, linear shapes with just my shoulders? Okay. So let's try to draw a triangle. Okay. What if I want to do both at the same time? Okay. What if my triangle twists and I draw a box with this side? What if I draw a box with just my hips? What if I draw a swirl with my hips? What if I use my hands and I'm going to do lines with my hands and swirls with my hips? Ooh, that was hard to do. So there's no right or wrong way to do it is what I'm getting at. What if we do speed? Okay, so we can do things slow. So if I want to do a linear motion with my hand really slow, this hand can go fast. Okay, what if I want to go supersonic fast? Okay, what if I want to go in super slow motion? Okay, what if I want to do a combination of both? I'm going to hop, but I'm going to do a slow arm. And then I'm going to add a swirl. Okay, so you get the idea. We've done shapes. We've done speed. You can go super fast, you can go fast, you can go slow, and you can go in super slow motion. And it can be something as simple as your fingers moving. And you can look. You can switch your feet as you're doing that. There's so many different layers that you can add on. What about contrast? We kind of touched on it a little bit without saying so. High versus low. What if I'm going high and this thing is going down here low? Okay, what if I go low here, but this hand goes boom, 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 high? Yeah. What about far and near? I'm over here. I'm pulling back. Okay. close, far, pushing, pulling, side, tug, okay? You can think about those motions. Big and small. Small. Big. Small. Big, small movements. And big movements. Okay, so you can play around with that. Sizes, shapes, energy, contrast, floor. So in contemporary dance, they use a lot of floor. In skating, we don't, but it's really good to try to. So we might want to do motions to the floor. What if I just want to push down, or tap, tap, flip the floor. I'm going to do a set of choreography to the floor as if the floor is a mirror, okay? I can also go down onto the floor, okay? And I can touch the floor. I can stomp on the floor. The floor can be hot lava. I don't want to touch the floor, okay? I can roll on it. There's so much you can do, okay? All right, let's keep going. Tension, okay. So I can have no tension in my body, like I'm just flinging. There's no tension. It's just loose, loosey-goosey. Or I could be in a pool full of cement and I'm pushing. And I can have faster movements, but it's hard. Like I'm trying to move, but it's hard. I can't get it. Oh my gosh, my hand is heavy. I'm trying to lift it. And I can't. Oh, it's too heavy. So you can have tension, which is like pushing your arms and your body through like peanut butter, or you can have no tension. It's loose. Maybe things fly up all the time. Boing, 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 boing. And your whole body can be involved in that. Okay? So hopefully you're finding some fun and enjoyment in this. Again, there's no right or wrong way. And if you give yourself permission to try, I guarantee you'll have some fun. All right. So now that we've talked about that, let's move on. I want to check my notes. So we did 6 ways of the spine, how to move your body. You want to think about your different joints. So movement is not always based with what our legs are doing on the ice or what are on the floor and what our arms are doing. It can be core based. And a fun little exercise to do is don't use your limbs, okay? Pretend you don't have anything from here and here. Well, your legs would be involved a little bit, but what if your movement was based just on your core? What would happen if you had zero control over your arms and you decided to move? What would happen? And then you can contrast it. Now you can't move your core and you're trying to move and your limbs are doing all the work and your core is resisting everything you do and you're so frustrated that you can't let go into the bouncing loose. Okay, you kind of get the idea. Woo, this is fun. Okay, so there's no rules in improv. I really want you to try an exercise where we do this together. So you're just allowing yourself to find the freedom in the movement, okay? There's no judgment. Don't judge yourself, and nobody's going to judge you, okay? So this is alive, however, it is going to be recorded. So if you're watching the replay, you're going to have a chance to pause and find some music. And you're just watching it alone. You're just doing it for yourself. So enjoy that, okay? Give yourself permission. Also, try dancing to a song without preparation. So don't think about, oh, I'm going to pick this song. I'm going to do this movement, and I'm going to make sure I do that. Get rid of all that. Pick a song that speaks to your heart, and then you're going to move to it with no preparation ahead of time. Okay. You want to play a song that inspires you, that your body wants to move to it. And if you can allow yourself to just let go and just think of the music and allow your body to create the patterns and the movements that want to come from hearing it, then you've found freedom in your dance. And that's a very, very special thing. So enjoy it. Okay. So I'm not going to play a song for you. What I would like you to do is pick a song right now. So if you're watching this on your phone, maybe you have an iPad or you have an opportunity, or you can play a song while you're watching this. Pick a song. If you can't play a song right now, I want you to think of a song in your head. We can all hum a tune in our head. If this is the replay that you're watching, hit pause right now and come back in a couple of minutes when you found your song. Okay, so I'll give you a minute to find your song. And then I'm going to give you a guided improv. So once you play your song, I'm going to give you verbal cues, a body part to move, or how to move that, or how to move your body, whatever body part you have to be moving at that time. Okay, so if you're ready, I want you to hit play. Okay, so I want you to start just by softening your knees. Okay, if that is a bouncing motion or a swaying motion, I want you to just feel yourself in your knees. Okay, now I want you to alternate your knees. So don't let them go at the same time. Alternate them. Okay, now I want you to involve, while you're doing this soft, gentle bouncing with your knees, I want you to roll your head. Okay, in a figure 8. Okay, it can be high. It can be towards the camera or towards your phone. It can be down towards the ground. Draw a figure 8. Okay, now I want you to draw a box with your shoulders. So if you have a fast song that's playing, your shoulders might be more percussive and jerky, or they might be soft and flowy, depending on what your song is saying and speaking to you. Now I want you to think about adding your arms, and we're going to do low movements. Everything has to go down. Okay, it can be placement, it can be linear, it can be swirls. Now throw in some high contrasts in there. Okay, surprise yourself. Where would that contrast go? So if you're going down to the ground and it goes out, maybe it goes up, maybe it goes back, maybe it goes off to the side, maybe it flops, maybe it's very slow motion. Maybe our bodies go down and our arms go up and out. Maybe we do something small with our fingers. Now try moving slow motion. Go slower than what you think you want to do. And try adding contrast. Collapse. Slow motion. Very slow. Lunge forward. Slow motion. Maybe your foot goes slow. Maybe you lean over slowly. Collapse. Woo. Right. Clasping. Maybe you're clasping. Your hands are not the only thing that can clasp. Your leg can clasp. You can clasp in all different ways. My hand is clasping or gripping. Let's add tension to that. It's hard to clasp. It's almost like magnets of the same side together that can't actually ever connect. Let's do the opposite. Everything is floating, not going towards each other, but floating away. It's like helium balloons leaving you and you can't control them. You're constantly being pulled in a floating motion in different directions. Let's make some noise when we dance. Clapping, clapping. And relax. Good job. Woo! Did you guys find freedom in that movement? I hope you did. So you can do this exercise as many times as you want. Pick different songs and maybe pick one thing. Maybe you're just going to do lines and tempo changes and challenge yourself. How many different ways can I move my body and mind? Limbs, fingers, toes, head, whole core. Maybe nothing comes with you. Just do lines and then do tempo changes. So you go fast, slow, medium, hyper fast, super slow, slow motion. Maybe you're not even moving. Maybe it's just your head that's moving. Okay. There's so many different ways that you can do it. Okay, I'm just gonna check our time here. Running out of time. So that's kind of like a little guided improv that I wanted to take you through. Play a song, pick a couple things that you want to try to explore, and just let your body move, okay? And enjoy what's happening. So just to recap, you can do shapes, okay? Linear, circular, triangle, box, non-basic, okay? So use your imagination. You can do different speeds, super fast, slow motion, a combination of some. You can do contrast, high, low, far, near, big, small. You can also do your movements to the floor or even on the floor, okay? And then tension, do all your movements in the air with tons of tension or no tension at all, right? And see how that feels. Now, so how do you put this type of movement on ice? Is it going to be any different? To answer is yes and no. So you have two things that you need to contend with. One, the ice, it's slippery. And two, you have skates on your feet, which can be inhibit or enhance your movement. So you have to get creative with that. So I would suggest getting on the ice and starting slow and starting small and just try to allow yourself to move in simple ways that you feel comfortable and safe doing, and then start to expand from there. I like to put an earpod in or earbud, and I just put one in because I want to hear what's going on if it's a busier session. And I try to feel myself moving while gliding or moving while standing still. Now, something that I do want to encourage you to explore is in skating, normally we're on our feet, right? We don't typically put our knees on the ice or butts on the ice or sides or shoulders. We don't usually touch the ice. It's usually just our blades that touch the ice. So I really highly encourage you to spend some time on the floor and use different body parts to touch the ice. And how does that feel? Try sliding, try rolling, try spinning on your knees, try touching the ice and doing choreography with your hands on the ice, like you're finger painting as you're moving and dancing. It's really fun. So just keep that in mind. Also, you might want to keep a journal with you. This is my little secret tip. Keep a journal. You can write down different songs that you've used. You can write down what songs have inspired you, what songs maybe didn't so much. How did you feel? Say you pick a song and you do an improv session with yourself. Write down, how did that make you feel? How did you feel when you were done? Would you like to explore that song again? Would you do that song again and do a totally different focus point? Like maybe you used tension in contrast, and maybe you want to use shapes and no tension. And you can try it again and see how you feel. So keep a journal. It's so good when you're doing improv to write down these things because it helps you grow as a person and as a dancer and as a contemporary skater. All right, so I hope you all enjoyed today's class. If you have any questions, please reach out to AIT. We'd be happy to answer them. Now, right now, we're going to do 6 ways of the neck instead of the spine to do our cool down. Okay, so I want you to take a big, deep breath in. Push it out. Again. Push it out. Last time. All the way out. You're just going to drop your head forwards and feel your forward fold in your neck. Hold it for a couple minutes. 15 seconds, really, not a couple minutes. Come up. I'll give you my side profile. And I'd be very careful when you're looking at, maybe this is all that you can do. Maybe you can go farther back. And very gently come back to neutral. Make yourself stand up nice and tall. Okay, I'm going to just gently go to the side. Some of you who do neck stretches often might need to add a little bit of assistance and pressure on the side. For me, it's too intense, so I'm not going to do that. Keep your shoulders down and relaxed. Come up very slowly. The other side. For me, this side's very tight. I need to work on it. Some of you might want to add a little bit of pressure. You don't have to. Keep your shoulders relaxed. Just let the weight of your head do the stretch. Come up ever so slowly. And you want to turn to the side. How far can you go? Keep your shoulders relaxed. Keep your core in. Hips underneath you. Back to center. Left side. How far can you look? Try to keep your head straight. Try not to tilt it. Shoulders relaxed. And relax. One last breath up. And let it out. Shake it off. And congratulations. This was your introduction to contemporary style movement. And I hope that you have fun exploring and playing. And I hope that you continue to do so on the ice and have fun and find freedom. And I wish you all the best.